a tattoo. I'll always have you. My inhibitions fade away.
Okay, so whatever. I'm with the playlist for my work in progress. I'm constantly cycling through new music, different music, old music, whatever fits the vibe. 𝘾𝙤𝙧𝙗𝙗𝙚, I've been a fan for quite some time. He has a song, Out of Respect, that I absolutely fucking love. The funny thing though, and I hesitate to say that this wasn't the intention, but it's also like music and art is up for interpretation. The chorus essentially says out of respect, out of respect. So he got the number of this other guy's girl, and I can't tell if the other guy is a friend of his or if it's just another guy. But he says like, out of respect, I didn't text her. The phone number is burning a hole in my pocket, and he says out of respect over and over. So again, this is where my like nerd brain is like trying to interpret the art, where it's out of respect. So it's like, out of respect for you, I didn't text this girl. But then it's also like, I am out of respect because he has the girl's number. Like, why would you get her number? And then the way that the cadence of his voice and the cadence in the way that he sings, and then the song itself, like when you hear the chorus over and over, it starts to blend together. I don't know what is the term for that thing, but it also sounds like he's saying honor, respect. And I don't know what, like, I've been playing this on repeat. It's like early on in a different playlist for a different work in progress that I've been kind of working on in the background. But if you haven't heard 𝘾𝙤𝙧𝙗𝙗𝙗, listen to Out of Respect and listen to Up and Down. Up and Down is a song that perfectly encapsulates the feeling of a 90s track, but with contemporary, like it's a contemporary song, but it feels so 90s. And then when you look at the subject matter, it's not like, you know, oh, we gonna get it on, like it's, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's a time and a place for that music, but the song is about like care and attention for the partner, and I fucking love it. So that's what's been like, my writing has just, it feels so much richer. But out of respect, I'll end this clip here. No, we're sharing the same dream, and our hearts, they beat as one. All right, so I have been coming to terms with a few different things. So over the course of me writing and taking it seriously, and also considering when I was a child and I just wanted to write, and I filled up so many notebooks with stories, some fan fiction before I knew what fan fiction was, some original stories and things of that nature. There's some things that I'm learning about myself, and one of which is that I have like been married to this idea of not a status quo, but of like things being one way and not really looking outside the box always. So like with books, I'm in the midst of writing a different series. Now hold up, those of you who've been around for a while, you know I've been doing a bunch of different things, but that's part of it. So I love every single book that I've written, every single manuscript in different stages of completion. I love them all. But one thing that I'm realizing through starting and prepping and like going through the process of like digging into this new book is that I was really married to the rules around certain things. So like with a book being, let's say, 60,000 to 90,000 words, and like hitting that particular goal, and not like genre expectations, because that's a little different. But I have to admit that I think I had this bias or this idea that if a book wasn't a full novel, then why are you writing it? Not you as in the royal you as in everyone, but you as in me. Like, why are you writing this? Like, why write a novella? Why write a novelette? Why? And I don't know when I like woke up, for lack of a better term, and realized like, no, all of these stories do matter, and they all affect each other. Each other, I mean us, the world, equally. Some are just shorter than others. And the weird thing about that is when I've published in the past, I've had full-length novels and I've had novels that were shorter that were considered novella size or novelette, but that wasn't the terminology I was used to. I was like, oh, I just wrote a book. And so it's this weird space that I'm in where I have to come to terms with some of my previously held biases and ideas as it pertains to writing, but specifically to myself. Because if you, author XYZ, came up to me and was like, hey, I got this novella, I would read it. I'd be like, oh yeah, this shit is good. But when the camera's turned around, as it is, and it's on me, it's like, no, you need to add like 40,000 more words to that, or this doesn't matter. And I don't want to say like my worth was tied up in it, but I do feel like there is some portion of me that saw my own personal writing as being legitimate only if it was a novel of a certain length. And I don't know where that came from, because again, may I remind you, as a kid, all I did was write in 70-page notebooks and in journals and in composition books. Hell, my first trilogy, which kind of was a duet series, the trilogy didn't get fleshed out as much. That first one is based off of a story that I wrote in the 9th grade. The summer after my 8th grade year, right before my 9th grade year, I was writing that story. And once I got to school, because I used to shoot videos and everything, like I have a whole soap opera that I'm trying to find of me and all of my classmates. Just whatever, that's neither here nor there. But with that book, that 70-page notebook turned into a fully fleshed out novel, turned into a series. And again, that was the first thing that I had officially published. And so I'm just learning more about myself as an author. And I encourage you all to like do the same if you're not already, but just like investigate the things that you hold dear. Because I don't know when this epiphany came about, but I do know there was a time before this, rather recently, where I was like, oh, okay, and just existing and writing books. And I think if I'm being honest with myself, I think through me preparing for this book series that I'm writing now, that has energized me, that has recharged me, I think that's where I was like, okay, if this book is only 20,000 words, then so freaking be it. And that's fine. And if the next book is 30,000 and the next one after that is 27,000, then that's fine as well. And if they all end up being 90,000, that's good too. And I don't know. So there's some growth there. I still haven't parsed it all out, but I can say that with this project and with like incorporating music, which I've always done, but incorporating music in the way that I have for this project, and discovering new music and listening to different audiobooks and reading over different synopses of other people, synopses, whatever you get, of other people's work, and then even consuming like podcasts and stuff. I'm in this space where I feel like who was our Asian queen, Scarlett Johansson in Lucy, or I forget homeboy name from what's the male version of Lucy? Jesus Christ. They turned it into a series, whatever. I'll put it on the screen if I can remember. But I feel like that, like there's something that's unlocking. And yes, I'm dramatic. I'm an artist. I'm a writer. Of course I'm dramatic. Of course this is this gigantic, immense thing that has happened that makes me feel like I am over the moon, hitting like a second or third awakening of like, I don't know, young kid who learns things for the first time. So what? So I don't know. I just wanted to like kind of explore that and document it, just in case anyone else is feeling the same way or have experienced anything similar. Maybe not to that degree, or maybe even far surpassing my own dramatics. But all that being said, I am enjoying the person that I'm becoming, and I'm enjoying exploring myself and learning more about myself through the writing process. This is so freaking cool. So if you haven't, I would just encourage you in any industry, any space that you occupy, to just kind of investigate your own held beliefs. And that's not a necessarily negative thing. I don't know, whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying? All right, bye.